Jay here from Stretford, Paddock. This is the Paper Talk. As you can see, I'm outside Old Trafford as normal. Got my parker on. The weather's a bit mild, and let's face it, it's the morning after the night before. I feel like I'm returning to the scene of a crime after yesterday's abysmal performance and result against the Scousers. United, I'm sorry to repeat it or go over it again, but United obviously losing 5-0, and a lot of the stories this morning centre around that and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's post-match comments and whether he is going to continue as Manchester United manager. Just going to run over a couple of the comments, go over a couple of the stories doing the rounds, and then we can get into some other stuff as well. Solskjaer said after the game, in terms of his future, I've heard nothing else, and I'm still thinking about tomorrow's work. This is the worst I've been, the lowest I've been, but I accept the responsibility, and that is mine, and today it's mine going forward. Asked about what happens next. Well, the only way I know how to approach life, that's to wake up tomorrow morning, look forward, evaluate what's going on, what's gone wrong, do my very, very best to come through a difficult time. He also says, I do believe in myself, I do believe I'm getting close to where I want with the club, and it is the worst feeling. The feeling that we are going to where we want, that we are getting to where we want to be has been there. The last few weeks we have hit a brick wall. We have conceded too many easy goals. That is a concern. What's also a concern from Manchester United point of view is when you get in sort of sympathy from your rivals. And, Jurgen Klopp was giving him sympathy, saying, of course, he's got sympathy. I said before, the last thing I want to do is be in his shoes at the moment. This is how it is when you lose a derby. That has happened to me. You don't want to go out and answer these questions. Also, some other comments as well. David De Gea said that we play like kids. That's a quote been attributed to him. Harry Maguire did some of the post-match press conference stuff as well, the post-match interviews. He said, I will be looking at my individual performance, then the team. I am the captain and we have to stick together. We have to look at each other, then look at yourself in the mirror. Apologies to the fans. This is not good enough. You stick with us. You stuck with us singing at the end. We appreciate that. The fans did stick with him. The fans did cheer, and cheer. But did sing. I was there myself yesterday, and, the atmosphere, especially where I stood, there was a lot of fans getting behind the team. But the performance was shambolic. There's no sugarcoating it. It's just not good enough from Manchester United as well. And we've had the usual stuff from players. We've had players sort of doing their apologies. David De Gea posted, I feel the pain of our supporters. You give the team everything and we must do the same. I love this club and we will not accept this performance. Cristiano Ronaldo did an Instagram post, or his team did an Instagram post. However you want to look at it. Sometimes the result is not the one we fight for. Sometimes the score is not the one we want. And this is on us. Only on us, because there's no one else to blame. Our fans were once again amazing in their constant support. They deserve better than this, much better, and it's up to us to deliver. The time is now. It's horrible losing to the Scousers. I may have added that last bit in myself, but the rest is his. Also, Jesse Lingard, he's commented saying, or posted saying, it wasn't abuse. He said work harder, like I'm not doing that day in, day out. And I said, I'm not even on the pitch. End of. Now, I read that and I thought, what the hell's that all about? What's he talking about? But I saw the video doing the rounds. You've probably seen it, where one of the fans is shouting apparently to Jesse Lingard. Well, he's shouting to someone, and Jesse Lingard stood at the corner flag warming up, shouting to Jesse Lingard, work harder. And Jesse Lingard sort of says, what you're on about, I'm not even on the pitch. I mean, I don't think you have to respond to things like that, Jesse Lingard. I mean, it's your right to do so if you feel like you want to, but, it's one of those where I think you can just sort of, move on. There's been obviously comments and analysis from a lot of people, including, I think, Gary Neville, and he said no doubt the manager will get an absolute battering. There will be calls for his head like you wouldn't believe, but you wonder what this defeat will do to the players. How will they pick themselves up? I mean, a lot of the speculation this morning is going to be on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's future. Now, yesterday, before the game, there was a story doing the round about Antonio Conte being interested in taking over at Manchester United, but he just wanted assurances that they were serious, or that Manchester United are serious about winning the Champions League. Now, this came from Duncan Castles. Now, I know Duncan Castles is a bit of a figure of fun for a lot of Manchester United fans. We had him on the channel where he's at Full-Time Devils. I interviewed him, found him a very, insightful, articulate guy, and I know a lot of people look at him and go, he's just proper anti-Ole and pro-Jose, and he's just quite bitter, and he comes out of a lot of nonsense against Ole. But there is some fire to the smoke that he comes out with if you look at some of the stories he's covered in that. And you have to think that it's not that beyond the realms of possibility that Manchester United are looking at someone like Antonio Conte. it can't carry on the way it's been going at Manchester United. And you look at the managers that are available, how many managers are out there that have got Premier League experience, have won the Premier League, have got a decent CV, have won things on the continent, if you care about that sort of thing, and could come in here and perhaps do a job. Now, I'm not saying Antonio Conte is my personal choice. I'm just saying it wouldn't surprise me if Manchester United were looking at him. To be honest with you, it wouldn't surprise me about anything at this club at the minute. I was on the radio before and I said that it wouldn't surprise me if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer stayed. It wouldn't surprise me if they sacked him via Twitter, because you just don't know what goes on with this, circus that is the Manchester United board. Another story doing the rounds, and this was one that I think this was sort of doing the rounds yesterday, was about Declan Rice. Just to lighten the mood, if we can call it that, with a transfer story. Declan Rice has been linked with Manchester United for a little while now. Apparently he was our main target, or he's going to be our main target next summer. United needs to address that DM role. We know that from yesterday especially, although that's not our only problem, it is an issue. But David Moyes was talking, and he's put a £100 million price tag on him. It's like some out of Austin Powers, doesn't it? West Ham manager David Moyes believes any club showing an interest in midfield ace Declan Rice missed out on a bargain by not snapping him up in a £100 million deal. It's gone over the £100 million mark. Moyes has said that he'll have to pay more than £100 million even, £100 imagine. He said there was a bargain to be got with Declan at £100 million. That bargain is now gone. I wouldn't be surprised if United went in for Declan Rice. I know there's been talk that maybe we've been priced out of it, and over £100 million is just crackers in it, let's have it right. Maybe we'll look at alternatives. Ruben Neves was a possible alternative that's been mooted, one or two others. I'm not so sure. Maybe United go look at it and go, listen, we need something drastic in the summer, and maybe Declan Rice is that. Who knows? But something's got to change here. Whether it's the manager, whether it's the more signings, whether it's the whole shebang, it's just not been great, has it? That result at Liverpool's left a proper sour taste in the mouth. If something does happen, if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer does get sacked, or if he does decide to walk, we will be here, we'll be live, we'll give you that update as soon as it happens. Get involved in the comments, let us know what you think about Ole. Is he the right man for the job? Let us know what you think about the other stories. Let us know what you think about anything. What do you think of those quotes? What do you think about the players making those statements? What do you think about Ole's comments after the game, and Harry Maguire's as well? Make sure you stay tuned to the channel as well, subscribing. Hit subscribe. We're over 612,000 subscribers. We'll get to 700,000 by the end of the season. We will have the Paddock podcast later on as well. That'll be live, so get involved in the chat on that one. I've been Jay Motti, outside of Old Trafford that's getting a little bit colder. Oh, there's our kid stood over there as well. It's all happening, innit? Thanks for watching.